that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
You know, I would say what they say on television, play ball. I'll tell you what, how about play music? Fritz Schultz, Clancy, Frank Prigmore, right here at the...
Any time of day. Man, it's good to see you all here today. All right. This is called the Big City Country Boy Blues, and I play this because he plays such an amazing harmonica on this song.
We're in F, right?
That's right. I got a back street flat with a view of the alley. A girl named Jig and a dog named Sally. The hot city streets, dang deep, burn a hole in my boots. Well, I've been in town for a week or two more than I ever been in a city before. I got the big city country boy blues. Well, I left my home back in Texarkana for a $2 job singing 9-pound hammers. But I'm going back soon 'cause I really got nothing to lose. No, I don't give a hoot for the big city, though I got to admit the girls sure are pretty. Got the big city country boy blues. Well, my daddy's back 40, it really is something. Got a lazy old creek where the fish are jumping. Gonna drop in a line, lay back and just kick off my shoes. I'm gonna lay right down in a bed of clover. Most I'm gonna do is when I roll over. Got the big city country boy blues. Come on, Frank, play it for me now. Yeah, my daddy's back 40, it really is something. Got a lazy old creek where the fish are jumping. Gonna drop in a line, lay back and just kick off my shoes. I'm gonna lay right down in a bed of clover. Most I'm gonna do is when I roll over. I got the big city country boy blues. Well, my mama said, son, when you get older, the years get shorter and the nights get colder. Need to find a nice girl, settle down, raise a young and old too. But I ain't quite ready for a wife, I know chillin', I'm just a little wild, crazy, but still I got the big city country boy blues. I got the big city country boy blues. Frank. All righty then. Hey, y'all are awesome. It's nice to hear people show their appreciation for you. I tend to play a lot of barbecue joints, you know, and they'll be nodding their head at you because they got a fork in one end and a rib in the other. They don't applaud a whole lot, but they're busy. I was told a few years ago that if you're going to be a songwriter in Texas, you're required by law to write a train song.
Oh, we know about them train songs.
Well, let's see here. Probably A minor, I guess. It's in that one. My voice is a little dry yet, so if it sounds a little scratchy, it's just character, okay? Anyway, so I was required to write a train song, and I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of train songs, and so it was a pretty serious undertaking for me, and I didn't want to write one that sounded like somebody else's, and so I actually thought about it for a while instead of just taking off with it. And it occurred to me one day it had been a long time since I'd seen an old caboose rolling down the tracks behind the train. And I thought that was kind of sad to me, and then I realized it's all about the money, because I was asking why they don't want cabooses. Because they want to save that money. It's all about the dollar. So this is a song called A Lament for the Lost Caboose. When I was a kid, we'd stand by the tracks, counting them cars as the train rolled past. Hot summer days, nothing much to do, waiting on that old caboose. Well, they tell me times were simpler then. We put a nickel on the tracks just for grins. I guess a quarter was too much to lose to waste on some old caboose. But that lonesome whistle goes crying in the night. Sure sounds to me like something ain't quite right. Sometimes I think that old train's got the blues. They took away the old caboose. Sometimes you see one sitting by the tracks, or at some old farmhouse way out back. Home for the chickens, or a playhouse for the kids. Some good old boy got himself a pretty good shed. And whatever happened to all them cattle cars? You don't miss the smell, just kind of wonder where they are. I guess them cows didn't want to take that train. Somehow it just don't seem the same. But that lonesome whistle just keeps crying through the night. Sure sounds to me like something just ain't right. Sometimes I think that old train's got the blues. He's missing that old caboose. Come on, Frank. Who engineered the deal on that fateful day? The choice was made to bobtail them trains. I don't think I'd want to be the man that had to choose to do away with the old caboose. And don't try to tell me it's a sign of the times. Unhook your soul just to save you a dime. I guess $1 just a little too much to lose to waste on some old caboose. But that lonesome whistle just keeps crying in the night. I get this feeling something just ain't right. Sometimes I think that old train's got the blues. He's missing that old caboose. That lonesome whistle just keeps crying in the night. Just sounds to me like something just ain't right. Sometimes I swear that old train's got the blues, crying for that old caboose, pining for that lost caboose. Play it, Frank.
Woo, is right.
Frank.
Yeah. Give it up again for Fritz Schultz and Frank Clancy Prigmore. And you know, I told you, Jim, I told you, Boxcar. Folks, if you don't know the man in the middle here, we call him Boxcar Jim. Jim, thanks for being here today. All right, right now, I want to do something. I want to introduce you to the Mayor Pro Tem that's going to do a proclamation. I'm going to ask him to come up here. Barbara Haran, the owner of this beautiful house, will be up here shortly, I think. But anyway, I want to introduce you to Terry Thomas, the Mayor Pro Tem of our wonderful and great city of Greenville, Texas, and he has a proclamation. I can put this in here, or you can hold it. I'll just put it right in here for you.
First off, I'm super proud and honored to be here with all of you. Thanks for coming out. Thank you to Barbara. Thank you, sir. What great music. How do you follow up behind something like that? Proclamation, Office of the Mayor, proclamation. We, the Mayor and City Council of the City of Greenville, Texas, do hereby acknowledge November the 11th, 2022 as Veterans Day. Excuse me. Whereas our nation was founded on the belief that all citizens are guaranteed the inalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And whereas this freedom we enjoy as Americans does not come without a price. And whereas our nation's military veterans have sacrificed to preserve and protect those rights from all enemies, foreign and domestic. And whereas Veterans Day, originally celebrated as Armistice Day, was first issued on November the 11th, 1919 by President Woodrow Wilson, a year after the end of World War I. And whereas President Dwight D. Eisenhower signed legislation in 1954, proclaimed every November 11th as a day to honor all veterans of the United States Armed Forces. Now, therefore, we encourage all Americans to recognize the valor and sacrifice of our veterans and their families, and unite to ensure the proper observance of this anniversary. In testimony whereof, witness my hand this day, the 9th day of November, 2022, Terry Thomas, Mayor Pro Tem, Greenville, Texas.
Terry, thank you so much. But before you go, folks, a Vietnam veteran, one that I've learned to love this man, not because of his service, but because who he is and what he does for this wonderful community that we live in. And Terry, I want to give some time to you to let you just have a few remarks, please.
Oh, I'd love to. Thank you. Thank you. I'll hold it this time. Veterans Week is so super special. I know to me, to all of you. But today, I look back at the Vietnam era people, and all you Vietnam vets who are with me, all you brothers today, thank you for being here. But I want to convey something that I hope touches your heart and soul. I looked at a speech I gave last year, I think over in Cumbia or Rockwell, I can't remember, on Veterans Day. But I kind of highlighted some of these things. I looked at my notes last night and I just scribbled these down. I want these things to kind of sink into you today, if you will. Just keep a special spot for them. There won't be a test after this, so I won't meet you at the door. We had over 500,000 troops in Southeast Asia. We lost 58,281 servicemen over there. We had 153,000 that were wounded in action, some severely, some that aren't with us anymore, many who've lived a terrible life since their injuries in Vietnam and Southeast Asia. We had 1,584 missing in action, and that number is still good today. That's kind of updated every year, but it stays pretty steady. We had 778 people that stayed in prisons in North Vietnam. Now, my thoughts today always go towards the 1,584 missing in action. I think about the families. Those guys left. Didn't know if they'd return. Left wives, small children, and to this day, they've never had closure. So today, I dedicate today to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry, so much. Thank you for your service. All right, folks, I'm going to tell you what. Some of you know this young lady, and I'm so glad that I have known her for quite some time, and she is now the permanent co-host of CTFM, the talk show that's being talked about by a lot of people. Would you put your hands together for a lady that brought her house to Greenville, Texas, Miss Barbara Horan?
Thank you. So it's awesome seeing the house full. Thank y'all, veterans, everybody. Thank you for being here. We've all been touched by this.
And you also do something each time there is a dinner show. You tell everybody where to go in case something happens.
Oh, yeah. So he wants me to give you my flight attendant. So this is the exit that goes out to Wesley Street. You know, there's the Henson building next door, so you go that way. And the fastest way to fresh air is that side. It doesn't say exit because it's a pocket door. Get it out of the way and go through. That way, the restrooms that we all know and love from when we were kids are not ADA compliant. Who knew? So if you want to see them, you want to use them, awesome. If you're going to get stuck, take your phone with you and call us, and we'll make sure you get back in here. And tonight is Hump Day Happy Hour on the 2nd and the 4th. Who knew it took so much effort for Dennis to do this show every single week? It was, I tried to do it after he died, and I went, it's a week again. So we're doing it twice a month, 2nd and 4th, although this month it's going to be on the 5th because of November and it's Thanksgiving and all that. So we're not doing it the day before Thanksgiving, but we will do it the week after. And tonight you can get a preview of Frozen, the musical that's going to be starting next week at the GMA. They're all local kids doing Frozen Junior, and tonight you'll see a preview. They're going to sing and they're going to dance for you guys. So it starts at 5 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, Barbara Horan. All right, so I know you came I know all of you came here because it's a Veterans Day, and we love the veterans, but you came here not to listen to me because you know what, I start talking sometime. My mother said I was vaccinated with parrot blood, but anyway, I'm like you. I want to hear some music. You want to hear some music? Fritz Schultz, Prigmore.
Thank you, Friendly. I just want to say I'm so honored to be here. And it's almost always on Veterans Day that we come.
That's right.
And I haven't played with him since last time. You know, it seems like he was just playing with me yesterday. He's so good. So I want to thank Frank for sitting with me today. He makes it sound so much better.
Thanks, Fritz, for letting me.
Well, anyway, talking about songwriting. 'Cause I love songwriting. I love songwriters. All these autographs on my guitar are all songwriters, or some of them are pretty accomplished and well-known. But I was asked to write a theme song for a documentary film about Texas music. I don't think they ever finished the film. I think the two guys involved got in a big old thing over it, but we ended up doing the song anyway. But they did an amazing job, and one of those fellows was a friend of ours by the name of Chip, and I'm throwing this out for Chip today. It's called Renegade Hearts and Honky Tonk Nights. Renegade hearts and honky tonk nights. Renegade hearts and honky tonk nights. Sing your heart out, boy, under the neon lights. Renegade hearts and honky tonk nights. My granddaddy was a cowboy. My old man, he sang the blues. Never could see no reason for choosing between the two. The blues was in my left hand, the country music was in my right, and that rock and roll hillbilly outlaw country blues gets me through the night. Got a renegade heart on a honky tonk night. I got a renegade heart, and it's a honky tonk night. Sing your heart out, boy, under the neon lights. Renegade heart, honky tonk night. Well, my daddy, he liked Satchmo. My granddaddy loved Ernest Tubb. I had to play that old rock and roll, Bob Dylan, Stones, and such. Never even went to Nashville. I figured it was a waste of time. But now I'm deep in the heart of Texas, singing Georgia on my mind. I got a renegade heart on a honky tonk night. I got a renegade heart, and it's a honky tonk night. Sing your heart out, boy, under the neon lights. Renegade heart and honky tonk night. morning, old Billy Graham led me to saving faith. While Johnny Cash and Jim Carter, they was singing Amazing Grace. Then they sang a song by Billy Joe Shaver about some old chunk of coal. And the Holy Ghost used that music to shine a light down in my soul. Got a renegade heart on a honky-tonk night. I got a renegade heart at the honky-tonk night. Sing your heart out, boy, under the neon lights. Renegade heart and honky-tonk night. Got a renegade heart on a honky-tonk night. I got a renegade heart and at the honky-tonk night. Sing your heart out, boy, under the neon lights. Renegade heart on a honky-tonk night. I got a renegade heart on a honky-tonk night.
God bless you, Chip.
Yeah, it was named by Chip Campbell, so we're just dedicating that to him today. All righty then. Want to hear a prison song or I never been to prison. There's my disclaimer. Used to drive by one all the time. I put this out on a record a few years back, and I gave a copy of this to a gentleman one day, and he comes back to me a week later, and he goes, "You know, you've been there, hadn't you?" I said, no, and he goes, "Yes, you have, don't you?" He goes, "I heard your song." He goes, "You know way too much about it." I haven't, I promise. It's called The Big House Blues.
It's called research.
Yeah, research. I knew a few folks, though. Just kidding. It's called The Big House Blues. Ain't got no money, ain't got no friends. Finally made parole, ain't never going back again. Cell block tattoo on the side of my cheek. That's one teardrop, ain't never gonna fall, it's in way too deep. I got the big house blues. I've done paid my dues. Well, I did more time than fit my crime. Was him on me, but I ain't lying. Just came down to living or die. I got the big house blues. Ain't got nobody to hold me tight. Well, it's been 10 years, but it feels like one long, lonely night. My mama won't cry, 'cause she's dead and gone. Buried her 3 years ago, and I was out there working that farm. I got the big house blues. I done paid my dues. You know, I did more time than fit the crime. was him on me, but I ain't lying. Just came down to living or down. I got the big house blues. Didn't mean to cause no pain. Didn't want to hurt no one. He could have turned and just walked away, but I never should have fooled that girl. I'm gonna get me a job. I'm gonna pick 'em up truck. I'm gonna take it slow, lay low, gonna change my luck. I'm gonna find somebody to hold me tight. Yeah, it's been 10 years and it feels like one long, lonely night. My mama won't cry, 'cause she's dead and gone. Put her in the ground, I was out there working Jackson Prison Farm. Cell-block tattoo on the side of my cheek. That's one teardrop, ain't never gonna fall, it's in way too deep. That's one teardrop, ain't never gonna fall, it's in way too deep. I got the big house blues. I done paid my dues. Well, I did more time than fit my crime. It was him on me, buddy, I ain't lying. Just came down to living or down. I got the big house blues. When I just came down to living or down, I got the big house blues. When I just came down to living or down, I took a big house blues.
Yeah. Woo! Oh,
Thank you very much.
God. You know, they did this last year, and it's a great repeat, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Right now, I'm going to ask a question, and it's a real honor to ask this question. For those of you that served in World War II, either can you raise your hand or would you stand up? I want you to know I knew he would raise his hands. J.B. McNatt, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, J.B. Thank you so much for doing what you did for our country. We love you. By the way, he just celebrated his 98th birthday, and he's a proud American.
Yeah. Woo.
All right. Thank you, J.B. McNatt. I love you, guy. Now, for those of you, you veterans that served in Korea, would you stand up? Korea. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm going to stand up for my dad because he was a casualty June the 11th, 1951. His name is on that new wall in Washington, and yours truly is going to go there and imprint that name of my dad who served with you guys in Korea. So, Dad, I'll be coming soon. All right. Now, no, this is one that it touches my heart to ask this, because I have heard, I didn't serve in Vietnam, but I had so many that didn't come back, that it's still a pain in my heart to know about and lived in that era and served the military in that era. So all of you that served in Vietnam, would you please stand? Woo! Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. For those of you that you didn't know why you had to go to this one, because you thought the other one would be the last one. So for those of you that served in Desert Storm, would you please stand? Woo! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I know how they stood up, because the ladies stood up because there are a lot of ladies that served in the military, and some ladies don't like to be recognized for that. But I know this lady right here, Adley, thank you so much. Thank you. All right, at this time, I want to introduce someone to you. I've known him for I don't know how many years, and I always remember where he kind of hangs out, because he's got a crutch in the front door. So if you've ever went down Johnson Street and you looked over to the right, and there's a brick building with a glass door with a crutch in it, well, that's the home of John Turner. And I want to tell you, John Turner is the best friend a veteran could ever have. Would you put your hands together for John Turner?
Thank you, sir. Well, I don't know about most, but a few of you know me. But I would just like to do a couple little things here today. Number one, Miss Barbara Horan. This is overdue. So, if you wouldn't mind, if you hold that for me.
I got it.
This is way overdue.
Well, it's not a cake.
No, it's not a cake.
You got it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, my.
That's not going to make you cry. But this is just in sincere appreciation of your time, efforts, and resources to serve and honor our veterans each year, reminding them that they have not been forgotten and their sacrifices have not gone unnoticed. This is from the Disabled American Veterans and Auxiliary.
Thank you.
And just to show our appreciation. And that's from all veterans. It's got all the service emblems on it. You're welcome.
Thank you, John.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm not done.
You can't stick a fork in it yet.
No, it's not. I got one more.
One more. All right, one more. That's awesome. That's awesome.
This one's past due as well. Yeah. I gave him the paper. This one is to Friendlee.
Whoa, wait a minute.
This one's past due as well. It's in recognition of your untiring service and dedication, and for being a local proponent in recognizing the service, sacrifice, and dedication our servicemen and women have so graciously given to our country.
Oh, now, sometimes I'm lost for words.
I don't believe it.
Well, believe it right here,
No, he's
because
not.
you know what? Thank you, John. Thank you, all of you, and Barbara. Come up here, Barbara. You know what? If it wasn't for this lady, I wouldn't be getting this. And I just want to say to all of you out there, all you veterans, and all of you out there in that streaming audience, we love you. We love you for supporting this theater. We love you for supporting us. And we love you for being and wanting to be a part of this community. And John, thank you for this. I'll cherish it forever.
Well, I'll tell you what, it takes both of you.
Well, somebody wants to take a picture.
It took both of you.
All right, good. John,
You can have this back now.
Okay.
I'm done.
you see that? Huh? Okay.
I apologize. I did not give this to Friendly. Tomorrow in Plano, Texas, Congressional Veterans Commendation will be presented to John Turner. I presume if you talk with him, you can find out the details of when and where. God bless you, Commander Turner. We all appreciate you very much.
John Turner. See, you didn't surprise everybody.
No, I guess not. Representative is going to be presenting a congressional letter to a bunch of veterans. And I just happen to be one of them.
Excellent. Well, you deserve it.
Somebody put in a bunch of lies about me, I guess.
Thank you, John. You know, yeah, John Turner. You know, like I said, he's the best friend a veteran could ever have. And I'm going to tell you what, if I put this right here, you think it'll vibrate down? All right, folks, thank y'all again. You know what? Terry, this don't happen very often. But that right there, knowing that I share it with a young lady that I love for what she does for this community. I love her for everything she does. Because, folks, this is a place that gives you so much energy. It does for me. Because I feel like a 9-day clock wound up coming down. And it's fun. It's fun, and I want to say, again, I don't want to be repetitious, but I will, Karen. I will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so now, I think can we do 3 songs in a row? Oh, our producer over here wants us to end, yes? Is Calvin here? Where's he at? Where's Calvin? Calvin. All right, folks, hold on, you guys. This is important.
Sure.
This is real important.
It's your time, man. We're good.
Calvin, come on down. I didn't know you were in the. I know that Judge Kelly Akins couldn't be here today. So Calvin, come on up the steps. Calvin volunteered to come in, and he's going to tell you a little bit about some programs, right, Calvin? Come on over here, and I know that this man. How you doing, guy? Good. And he's done a lot in the community a lot of people don't know, and that's why I wanted today. Kelly said that he's really got some good information. So, Calvin, I'm going to give you the microphone for about 7 minutes. Now, he's not a politician.
Right. 7 minutes. Okay. So, first of all, it's an honor and a privilege to be in front of all of you, especially, that's amazing, the World War II veteran. So, my granddad served in World War II. My dad served in Vietnam. Just a brief background about me. Met my mom on his second tour as a member of the United States Air Force in Thailand in 1974, so I just told you how old I am. And I'm serving right now as a member of the United States Air Force. And I wanted to know you have a friend in the Hunt County Courthouse for everybody in this room, and I really, on such short notice, Judge Aiken is a great speaker, and I know she gets in front of you every year. I got told to come and do this just a few minutes ago. So I didn't have anything prepared except to talk about one thing I did set up in my office 8 months ago. I created a program specifically for veterans. Hunt County has been needing this for a long time. And so we have what's called a Veterans Pretrial Diversion Program. And so I'm trying to promote that a little bit more today in front of this audience. What it is if a veteran gets in trouble and they've got some kind of mental illness, pre-existing condition, I don't want them to go to jail. I want them to get treatment for their mental illness. So my program is to divert them out of the jails, put them onto a program that rehabilitates them and successfully reintegrates them into the community. And so I can't really, it's a weird kind of program where I can't just go try to sign people up because you got to get in trouble first. And I'm not the sheriff and I'm not the jail administrator. I can't just go let everybody out of jail. That's not my job. What I can do as the county attorney is if somebody does get in trouble on a misdemeanor charge and they are a veteran and they've got some kind of mental illness, PTSD or anything like that, I'm willing to try to give them as much of a break as I can and divert them into my program. And so I just wanted to make everybody aware of that. We didn't have that before. Collin County, Rockwell, a lot of counties have already incorporated a program like that, and now we do. And it's run through my office. So if you want any more information, you can go to the huntcounty.net website and go to the Hunt County Attorney, and there's a link to talk to you more about the Veterans Program. Or contact me. I will be on drill for the next 2 weeks in December, so don't contact me then. But my office staff can tell you any questions they want that you have about the program. Thanks again for your time.
Calvin, thank you so much. All right, Calvin Gogan, yes. All right, now I've already set it up because the producer says we can do 3, but we're going to do 2 because I got something else I want to do at the end. So this is the last time you're going to hear from me until the end, okay? The end is coming, but it's a beginning. Would you put your hands together for Fritz Schultz and Frank Prigmore?
This goes out to all the vets. God bless you so much. I don't like the way they've treated us. I'm a vet too, well, Air Force vet, Vietnam era, but I did not go in country. I don't feel they treated y'all right the way they should, so this is my thank you. It's got some high notes in it. If I miss them, it's Frank's fault because he asked me to do this song. You gave up your youth for your country. You gave up your girl for a gun, that army of one. Kinda sounded like fun. You'd barely begun to begin to look around at your choices to find you had no choice at all. Fight all you fought. 9/11, they took down the towers. Something terrible moved deep within you as you watched them fall. You answered the call. It's the land of the free, thanks to the brave. It's hard to conceive of the price that you paid, but we must never forget that we're in your debt. Forever in your debt. They awakened a giant that was sleeping, awakened the heart of a nation and the heart of a man. Then it began. You completed your tour and your duty, accomplished your mission, and then they sent you back again. Again and again. Oh, but something was changing within you. Something was different, so different, then they sent you home. Alone on your own. It's the land of the free, thanks to the brave. I can hardly believe the price that you paid, but we must never forget that we're in your debt. Forever in your debt. Well, we welcome you home, but we don't understand that the things that you've seen weren't a part of your plan. Your brothers that fell paid a terrible cost, and something inside you was lost. You gave everything for our freedom, but were we there for you when you returned? Will we ever learn? How could we take it for granted that you'd be the same? Oh, shame on us all. We dropped the ball. Oh, but it's not a game. There's too much at stake. We can't write this off as just a mistake. We dare not ever forget that we're in your debt. Forever in your debt. It's the land of the free. Thank God for the brave. I can hardly believe the price that you paid, but we must never forget that we're in your debt. Forever in your debt. Forever in your debt. Forever in your debt.
Woo! You know what? I told these guys.
Thank you.
I told these guys they're going to do one more song, but you know what? I got a surprise. I want you and you to be right down there with John, or want somebody down there, because we're going to do a photo shoot of everybody today. So I want you guys to be down there, and the photographer's going to come up here and take all of us pictures, okay?
Sure.
You would do that?
Yep.
Okay. Michael? All right, after Michael does his prayer, praise us out, and before he does, I want to say, Michael, thank you for your service. Thank all of you for your service, and especially thank God for having you here today so that we could celebrate him and you. With that said, Michael Simpson, would you pray us out?
Yes, sir. Father God, I come to you again with a humble heart, honored to stand among my fellow veteran brothers and sisters. Father God, I just pray once again that you watch over each and every veteran here and across this great nation. God, grant to the living grace, to the departed rest, to the nation peace and concord, to us, your servants, the promise of everlasting life. Light to guide us on our way, courage to support us, and your blessing to unite us in service to you, our God, and this, our country. Amen.
Amen. All righty, y'all know what's next. Don't leave. Don't leave, because we're fixing to take a picture. I'm going to get in the picture too. So Karen, you're going to be in the picture. Everybody's going to be in the picture. Thank you so much. Oh, I forgot one thing before I shut up. I'll shut up after this, I can guarantee you. I don't think I've ever told anybody goodbye, because goodbye is so deep to the soul. Because when I tell someone I'm leaving, there's one phrase that I always do. Keep it in your boot. All right, I'm going to the audience.
Every truck and SUV is on sale at Platinum Chevrolet.
New 2021 Silverados start at only $37,999, or choose from new 2021 Trailblazers and buy for under $20,000.
Don't miss Truck Month at Platinum Chevrolet.
Need a part for the right price? Look for that red and blue sign. Henley Auto Supply at 1510 Stonewall. Over 800,000 CarQuest parts to choose from. Domestic, European, and Asian parts. Henley Auto Supply at 903-455-1969. 455-1969. Henley Auto Supply has the right part to keep your vehicle running. And backed by the best hometown service. Henley Auto Supply. Great people, great products, great prices. Henley Auto Supply and CarQuest.